it's like, I heard some shit about he had his clothes on or something. I don't know. Like, I don't really know if all this is true, but I just heard parts like, I'm like, what happened to my guy?
Right.
And then they come out with the official. It was a mixture of some stuff, the prescription and something else or something that I don't really know. But with me, I never really heard something that would give that closure for me. I never really heard anything tangible or true, like what happened to my guy.
Pimp C's death has always been surrounded by serious whispers, and the wildest one, that he had a secret tape with Beyoncé and was planning to leak it. Word on the street is Jay-Z wasn't about to let that happen and might have stepped in before the world could see it. The internet's been spinning over this for years, but now things just got messier. Allegedly, Pimp's widow, Chana Butler, is stepping into the spotlight, and sis might be ready to spill everything. People close to her are saying she's always believed something shady went down with Pimp's death, and now she might finally speak up. Word is she's working on a tell-all, and the stuff she's hinting at has the whole internet giving Beyoncé the side eye right now. The streets are buzzing, and they're saying Chana got receipts going way back to the early 2000s. Apparently, Beyoncé might have been outside way more than anyone realized back then. And the rumors about her and Pimp C having a thing, they might not be rumors after all. This tea is scorching, so sit down because it gets real. Now let's rewind real quick. Pimp C co-founded the iconic rap duo UGK, Underground Kings, with Bun B back in 1987 in Port Arthur, Texas. They started out under Big Time Records, dropping The Southern Way and Banned in '92. That heat got them signed to Jive Records, and the rest is hip-hop history. UGK came swinging with their second album, Super Tight, in 1994. And it wasn't just tight by name. It got critical love and made noise on the charts, hitting number 1, 95 on the Billboard 200, and climbing to number 9 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart. Then, boom! 1996 rolled in with their third project, Right and Dirty, and that joint took over. It shot up to number 2 on the R&B/hip-hop chart and landed at number 15 on the Billboard 200. UGK was officially in their bag. But just when the duo was leveling up, things slowed down. They stepped back from the game for a minute in the late 90s. But don't get it twisted, they came back with fire. In 2000, UGK jumped on Jay-Z's Big Pimpin', a mega smash that lit up the charts, peaking at number 1, 18. Then came Sippin' on Some Syrup with 3 6 Mafia, hidden number 30, and going viral before going viral was a thing. Those tracks didn't just bang, they boosted UGK's rep like crazy. Fans were hungry for the next move, but another storm hit. In 2002, Pimp C got locked up. Sentenced to 8 years in August that year, UGK had to hit pause again. With Pimp behind bars, both him and Bun B started moving solo. Pimp C didn't let the system stop him, though. His first solo album, The Sweet James Jones Stories, dropped in March 2005 with tracks recorded before he went in. Then, after his release in December 2005, he came back swinging hard with Pimpalation in July 2006. That album snapped, peaking at number 1, 3 on the Billboard 200 and claiming the number 1 spot on the hot R&B/hip-hop chart. Sadly, Pimp C didn't get much time to enjoy his comeback, because in early December 2007, tragedy struck. He was staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood, working on new music and doing shows with Too Short. Everything seemed cool, until it wasn't. On the morning of December 4th, he was supposed to fly back home. His wife, Shana, who he had married while locked up in 2003, was already at the airport with his cousin, waiting to bring him home. But that morning, no word from Pimp. Nothing.
Who was in this Pimp C tape?
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he'd have a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it, but if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a millionaire, man. I whoever it was, they had to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is a tape, and if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out. Okay. A lot of people figured out because people that was in Houston at the time, they know who was a little loose.
Chana started getting worried and called the hotel, asking them to check on him. That's when things took a dark turn. Hotel staff found him unresponsive in his room. Paramedics came through, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead right there on the spot. The coroner later claimed it was an accidental death, blaming it on the effects of codeine, aka lean, mixed with his sleep apnea. But people close to Pimp C were not buying it. The street started buzzing heavy again, because something about the way he passed just didn't sit right. At the center of the storm, rumors that Pimp was about to leak a tape involving Beyoncé, and Jay-Z supposedly didn't want that smoke. DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia even added fuel to the suspicion. According to him, Pimp's manager said the scene in that hotel room was off. Real office. He claimed Pimp's body was found like he was kneeling, hands down like he was praying. But what really shocked them? There was blood, lots of it. They were shook because it looked like he might have been hit in the head. DJ Paul also mentioned the candles Pimp always lit to sleep were all the way burnt down, meaning he'd probably been gone for over a day. Something about that scene didn't add up, and to this day, people are still asking, what really happened to Pimp C? Now, DJ Paul ain't the only one who felt something fishy about Pimp C's passing. Too Short also raised eyebrows, and he wasn't quiet about it either. When talking to Hip Hop DX, he said, "I can't believe it's been 10 years and I still can't accept how it went down." He pointed out how it's always the same weird pattern. Celebs getting found alone in hotel rooms under strange, unexplained circumstances. He even called it some strange-ish. Too Short was basically asking what everyone else was thinking. What's really going on with celebrities and these hotel room deaths? And then he dropped a chilling name, the 27 Club. If you know, you know. That curse has haunted the music world for decades, but this ain't even about age. It's about patterns, and Pimp's death just fit too neatly into one. But wait, this gets even messier. There was already tension brewing between Jay-Z and Pimp C before any of this went down. In an episode of The Art of Dialogue, music executive Greg Taylor spilled some old tea about a strange phone call that happened after Jay-Z and UGK locked in their collab for Big Pimpin'. Greg said Jay-Z called Pimp to seal the deal, but the call went sideways fast. And it wasn't private either. It was on speakerphone. And when Jay-Z started talking money, Pimp wasn't having it. He straight up dissed Jay and told him he should send that cash to Tupac's mom instead. Now, why Pimp said that, nobody really knows, but clearly there was some deep stuff going on behind the scenes. And this wasn't just about music, it was personal. Now when it comes to whether Pimp C ever had direct moments with Beyoncé, oh yeah, there's a story. Bun B once recalled a time they were all in the studio together, and Beyoncé pulled up wearing something extra feisty. Just when the vibes were heating up, Jay-Z called the studio asking who was around. The second he found out Beyoncé was in there dressed like that, and Pimp was too, he went off. Word is, he demanded all the men in the room, especially Pimp C, clear out immediately. It didn't stop there, though. Bun B also shared another moment where Beyoncé's own father allegedly told Pimp C straight up, "Don't even think about trying to hook up with her." That's wild, right? Now, according to whispers in the industry, Jay wasn't just worried about a potential hookup. He was already paranoid over rumors about that secret tape and Bey's alleged behavior back in the day. People say there were already stories floating around that Beyoncé was a little more free-spirited than her clean image suggested.
He was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyoncé's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyoncé to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls.
And here's where it gets even juicier. some folks been claiming Beyoncé might have had flings with both men and women. Remember that old rumor involving Emile? She was the rapper who worked with Beyoncé on I Got That. There was talk that Beyoncé had caught feelings for her, and Emile allegedly said Bey was in love with her and even identified as queer. But try looking that up now. It's gone. Vanished. That interview disappeared like it never existed. Still, the rumor lives on, and some say that's exactly why Emile's music career suddenly went cold. Now, when we talk about interviews that mysteriously vanished from the internet, there's one in particular that's got people raising eyebrows. Lady Gaga, while talking about working with Beyoncé on telephone, once said, "We had an amazing time working together on her video, and it just kind of works out because we both like women." Now, maybe she meant Beyoncé likes supporting women, but let's be real. Fans weren't buying that surface-level explanation. People were quick to clock that Gaga might have meant it literally, and from there, the rumors took off again. Way back, there was also that one wild report about Beyoncé being spotted at The Box, a club known for its risque performances. She allegedly rolled in with 3 girlfriends, had massive security blocking off their VIP area, and curtains pulled tight around their section. According to a source, Beyoncé was living it up, cheering from the VIP balcony while 2 dancers got naked and licked each other's feet. She stayed until 3:30 in the morning, partying like she didn't have a care in the world. Oh, but that ain't all. Another account, now completely scrubbed off the internet, claimed a woman once sat on Beyoncé's lap in the club, and Bey leaned in and said something like, "Don't start something you can't finish." Whew. And then there's the chatter about her being a little too close to that female guitarist she used to bring on tour. People said the chemistry was a little too intense for it to just be business. All of this is why some folks still believe that tape with Pimp C isn't just a myth. Word is, Pimp's widow has been holding back serious stories. Stories that could wreck a few public images. And Beyoncé's might be right at the top of that list. Now here's where things get even more twisted. While the rumors about Pimp C and Beyoncé have been floating around for years, what's really got the streets talking is what Pimp's widow might be sitting on. Insiders claim she's been hinting at a stash of private info, stories, receipts, maybe even proof that could send shockwaves through the industry. Apparently, she's been keeping quiet for a long time out of respect. But lately, folks close to her are saying she's getting real tired of staying silent. And if she drops even a fraction of what she knows, the internet might just melt down. Because it's not just Beyoncé's name in the mix. There's talk that multiple high-profile figures would get exposed. And here's the kicker. Some say the tape wasn't just a simple one-on-one hookup. Nope. Allegedly, it involved multiple people, possibly even at some type of private industry party where phones were banned and NDAs were everywhere. The kind of situation where nothing was supposed to leak. But Pimp C? He was bold. He didn't play by industry rules. If he had something, he would have been the one to drop it with no warning. Which brings us back to the million-dollar question. Did someone stop him before he could blow the lid off? Because let's not forget, he was found in that hotel room under the weirdest conditions. And the timing? Way too perfect for some folks to believe it was all just a coincidence. So now, all eyes are on Chana Butler. If she speaks up, she could either clear the air or cause a storm so wild, even the Bayhive won't know what hit them. Now let's talk about how deep this thing really goes. Because if you think this is just about Beyoncé and Pimp C, think again. Word is, a few other major names in the game could get caught in the crossfire if Chana Butler ever opens up.
Set up a meeting to go meet with Dame Dash. So we go after I leave Java, go to Rock to the Rock. As soon as I sit down there, Dame Dash opened up his checkbook, could have checked for $1 million. I'm like, whoa. I was like, is this for sure? He was like, no. He said, we want to UGK. I was like, what? He's like, we want to with your boys. That's right. So I immediately picked up the phone and called Pimp C. Because all I was trying to get was 100,000. When Dame cut that $1 million, I called Pimp on the phone like, yo, Pimp. And him and Jamal was in the house. And I could hear a tussle or some type of confrontation. right? And I'm like, calm down, bro. Y'all calm down, Pimp.
I ran up the cable bill.
They was fighting. Okay, they was fighting like hard. And I'm like, Pimp, stop whatever you doing right now. I told you what was going down with Jamal when you moved him up in there. I said, but right now, I got $1 million check for you. And all we wanted was 100,000. I was just like, who's that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm watching Dan with the checkbook and he writing it out. He was like, ain't that with, over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check to go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my shit. I was like, what?
This ain't just some gossip. It's alleged industry secrets, locked down for years and tied to some of the most powerful people in music. Some folks are even saying that Pimp C didn't just have dirt on celebs. He had a full vault of behind-the-scenes madness. Allegedly, he knew things about secret parties, fake relationships, and shady deals that would flip the game upside down. And if that tape really exists, it might not just expose a hookup, it could unravel a whole web of deception the industry's been protecting for decades. And let's not forget, Pimp C was known for speaking his mind. He called out fake rappers, shady execs, and industry puppets like it was nothing. He had no filter and no fear, which made him both respected and dangerous. So imagine what would have happened if he actually dropped a tape or started naming names on record. It would have been chaos. That's why some people believe he was silenced. The timing of his death, the strange hotel scene, the rumors about Jay-Z, the supposed warning from Beyoncé's father. It all feels way too calculated. And now, with his widow reportedly ready to tell her side, the industry might be on edge for a reason. Because if Chana talks, this could go from rumors to revolution, and some of the biggest stars in the world might not walk away clean. Now here's the part that really sends chills down your spine, because if what people are saying is true, Pimp C might have tried to warn us before it was too late. There are clips, old interviews, and quotes floating around where he seemed to be hinting at shady things happening behind closed doors. But nobody really paid attention at the time. And now, it all feels like he was trying to drop hints without saying too much. Some fans believe he knew he was being watched, like he felt the walls closing in. He'd make slick comments about the industry being full of snakes and how certain artists weren't who they pretended to be. And allegedly, he even told close friends that if anything ever happened to him, it wasn't an accident. Now combine that with the whispers that Beyoncé's team had already started cleaning up her image back then, and suddenly, this story gets real dark. There's talk that certain media outlets were being pressured to bury anything that connected her to Pimp C, or anything messy at all. That would explain why so many old interviews, clips, and stories have suddenly vanished over the years. And let's not forget, people close to the situation said Pimp was furious about how certain people in the industry were being protected, while real voices like his were being silenced. He was tired of the fakery, and that's what made him dangerous. So now the question is, if Chana speaks out and confirms these suspicions, will the world finally start listening? Or will the machine step in once again to shut everything down? Now the heat is really turning up, because some people are starting to say this whole situation might be deeper than just music beef or relationship rumors.
So he's like, wait a minute, how many dudes are there? And so she's like, oh, it's about 9 or 10 guys, I guess, over there. Where are they now? They're in here, they're in the soundstage, they're kind of watching, watching her film. What is she wearing? They describe the outfit, and he's like, yo, clear the room.
Wow.
So they immediately come over to us, and they kick all of us out, send us up to our dressing rooms.
Wow.
And we're told to stay there.
Wow.
Until we have to shoot.
Okay.
We're not allowed to watch Beyonce dance anymore in the video.
What if Pimp C stumbled onto something bigger, something he wasn't supposed to know? There's been long-standing chatter that certain elites in the industry run things in the shadows. And if Pimp was getting too close to the truth, that could explain everything. Some insiders even claim that the night before his death, Pimp C had been talking about exposing a circle of powerful people, folks with enough money and influence to make someone disappear without a trace. It's been said he was planning to do a full tell-all, on record, naming names, dropping locations, and pulling back the curtain on what really happens behind Hollywood's closed doors. And here's the wild part. Allegedly, there were people trying to stop him quietly. He'd been getting weird calls, strange messages, people showing up uninvited. At one point, someone even warned him to watch his back because he was playing with fire. But Pimp wasn't the type to scare easy. He was ready to speak the truth, no matter the cost. Now fast forward to today, and with Hannah Butler being the one holding the final puzzle pieces, people are watching her closely. Will she carry out what her husband couldn't? Will she finally expose the real story behind his death? And who was involved? Because if she does, this won't just shake fans. This could rattle the entire industry. And that's exactly why some people are already trying to silence her before she even says a word. Honestly, I don't even know what to believe anymore. If that rumor about the tape is true, it raises serious questions, not just about Beyoncé, but about Pimp C too. Because let's be real, if she really wasn't of age at the time, and he filmed anything without her knowing, that would completely flip how people see him. And that's dark on a whole different level. But then again, why is all this coming up now? Why are people just now digging all this back up after so many years? Is it because the truth's finally about to come out? Or is someone trying to rewrite history while people who were really there are no longer around to speak on it? Honestly, I'm torn. Too many questions, not enough answers. But what do you think? Was this all just industry gossip gone too far? Or is there a bigger truth that's been buried all this time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to hear what y'all think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. We've got way more heat coming, and you won't want to miss a thing. See you on the next one.